CT. From you gon' either get money or sell her a bullet. Shit, I light a blunt and I pull it. Hit a chick with a brick. I don't say shit, she know
Big
it.
money.
This the movie, who getting the footage? Kill a cameraman, talk about this thing we got. See the ambulance.
So if you watched our last YouTube video, you'd know that we bought a shitty chassis that was chopped up. Someone tried to put a street bike motor in it years ago, never finished the project. We recently took it apart and we're gonna be restoring the entire ATV. Now, all the main components are at powder coat. The rest of the hardware is at zinc coat. Now we're left with a bunch of dirty aluminum parts. The case I actually dropped off to my powder coater. They put it inside of an acid that they have, and that took off all the grease. The rest of the stuff is exactly how we took it off the machine. And now we're gonna be spending probably the next 3 hours vapor honing all this stuff to bring it back to life. And then once we get that stuff back in the next couple of days, we can start reassembling everything. I'll probably build the motor before I do any of the chassis work, but this is a nice little before in only maybe a couple of minutes worth of time. For the video's sake, this will all look brand new, but we'll probably be on the blaster for the next 3 hours straight.
Yo, I was schooled by the hood, raised by the wolves, trained by the pain, adopted by gorillas, got a tank for a car, ice for an arm, got tattoos for skin and stars for bras, got a building for a crib, Manhattan for a backyard, skyscraper neighbors, and fuck me when they man gone, the kings of New York, I'm one of the few of those, difficulties to come, it's gonna be funerals, you get a quiet spot in the shade, for a grave, I get paid, cause I got murder for a 16, and I'm so much rich, I got a condo for a piggy bank, so much stash, I just laugh at your face, blow a stack on David, cause I'm a pyro, maniac for carrots with the rose gold, I was told by the OGs like my pops, if you can't whip their ass, the niggas get shot. Infamous up in this, you know how we get down. Is that your hoe? She feeling our style. We come through the spot real heavy on the waist. So when they wanna move, we put them in their place. Infamous up in this, you know how we get down. Is that your hoe? She feeling our style. We come through the spot real heavy on the waist. So when they wanna move, we put them in their place.
I was raised by the block, immune to the sound of the gunshots. Hustled by the bus stop, aged to the front stop. Block party, we party. Somebody got body. Right before I snatch a little number from a hottie. Yeah, young dude with Joes and barrel lengths. Hammer bones on the deuce, flicking it up in the mix. Fast forward to 06, getting head in the 06. Have a chick, feeling like she working out on that Bowflex. I'm focused, look through my lens, see my vision. Surprised myself and came through what I once was missing. From that hallway kissing, that was rooms in the garden. I can smell it in the air, pee in that next room sparking. Me, I let the heady flow. Meet me at the telly, ho. You don't do them tellies, oh. Fuck it, bitch, you gotta go. Working with a lot of dough and a little bit of time. Bitch, I'm one fuck, I don't wanna know what's on your mind.
Straight out of the vapor home cabinet, this is everything that we just cleaned up. I definitely underestimated the time that would be spent on that cabinet. It took about 4 hours to clean up a set of cases, flywheel, steering stem mount, pair of hubs, pair of front calipers, rear caliper, pair of carbs, stator backing plate, crossover tube, and a neutral safety switch cover, and a dog bone. Almost forgot about this. Everything came out really, really nice. We just put fresh media in the machine, and it's crazy what the difference is in the final product compared to like the last batch of stuff that I vapor honed. So much shinier, and it takes everything off so easy. Realistically, what I need to invest in is a parts cleaner because the vapor hone can only do so much, and I rely on it to do everything. What I should be doing is getting all the grease, grime, everything off first, and then vapor honing it so you don't f up the media. You don't have to change it as often. But at the moment, I don't have a parts washer. That's something that I'm gonna get. I did just recently get a press for Christmas. My girl got me that, which is gonna come in clutch. I won't have to go to my friend's shop to press out the axles or press out anything that's seized, and it'll definitely come in clutch with like my drift car and the car builds that I'm gonna be doing in the future. But overall, everything came out amazing. We haven't figured out what the theme is yet for this Banshee. As you've seen in the last video, I talked about how you guys could leave a comment down below and any cool idea that stood out to me, maybe I'll go with. Well, I haven't even posted that video yet, so I don't know what those comments are, but I hope that one of you guys maybe commented something dope. If not, I have a couple of ideas that I'm gonna run off of. Really stoked on how this stuff came out. If you need anything vapor hone, just shoot us a DM on Instagram. Make sure, if you haven't already, go check out the video we dropped last week of how this thing started. That way you can get a little bit of an understanding of, you know, what we're working with here. That's that for today. We'll follow up in 2 seconds, which will be Monday. So it's been about a week's time span, and honestly, we've gotten really, really far with this build. Literally since we took it apart, that was last Friday, it's now Friday. We have everything back from powder coat, everything back from zinc coating. We vapor honed a ton of stuff, which you've seen earlier in this video, but now I wanna just show you what goes into doing something like this, because once we like throw out the numbers of what these machines cost, people fucking lose their mind. And especially on Facebook, some of these cats on there are just like clueless to what this shit really costs. Everybody thinks it's 7 years ago when you could give away Banshees. They're stuck on this, oh, a Banshee's only worth $2-3 grand. Well, when you wanna build it from scratch, it could easily exceed $20,000. Every little thing adds up. So in front of me is a bunch of alien silver stuff. I told you guys that we would be doing the chassis all silver, kind of like replicating the OEM color. Then you have a box of semi-gloss black parts, which is like the thumb throttle. In this case, we have control arms for another build, so that's what's sticking out the most, the cylinder head, the clutch cover, things of that nature. This set of wheels right here, the fronts came with the bike that we took apart. The rears were OEM, and I used it on a cheaper giveaway. So I was able to make a set of ITP wheels randomly with this bike and another bike that just came in the same week. So I have a full set of gloss black wheels that we'll use on something. We're not gonna use that on this bike. It's not gonna match the theme. I think I already know what I wanna do. I'm not gonna say it exactly just yet because we're doing a series. Yeah, we got the alien silver, semi-gloss black, all this stuff right here. All these boxes is all zinc. Hardware, axles, steering stem, hubs, all this stuff is not necessarily for just this build, but other builds as well. I just do it in a batch. That way it makes my life a lot easier. You know, once I'm done with this Banshee, I'm on to the next one, and I have a whole bunch of shit. But this is where it gets very, very time consuming because everything is just, you know, in a bag, right? Now, I have to put that bag on a table, go through, sort out each bolt. That way, when it comes to assembling the Banshee, you know, we're just speeding through it. I know where every single bolt goes. You know, I try and stock up on used parts and then I refinish them. All the axles in which you've seen probably earlier in this video, or I think it was the last video, they all came out really, really nice. You see it went from that rust finish to now almost looking brand new. Now, it's not as easy as just getting this plated. Obviously, you have to clean this stuff up because if it's, you know, pitted, the texture is hella rough, the finish isn't gonna be good. So I like to get rid of obviously all the rust, sand it down. And honestly, if you polish it, obviously it'll come out a lot better, but it does take a lot of time. All this stuff I do behind the scenes. I'm not filming it, it's just very repetitive. And it's honestly nasty work. That's why I stopped polishing. I first got into restoring the pipes until I realized it just takes so much time and it's so dirty, nasty, polish all over your body. If you don't have a suit, you're ruining all your clothes. It's just not something that I want to do. And honestly, like I said, with all the time that goes into it, you're better off just buying a brand new exhaust. So this cart right here is lots and lots of brand new parts. Majority of them are OEM, everything brand new. You got to buy it piece by piece. You want to build brand new headlights, you can't buy that as a complete assembly. You gotta buy the lens, you gotta buy the grill, you gotta buy the bulbs, you gotta buy the socket, and then all the little clips on the inside. So just the headlights alone, you could easily spend like $700-800. In this case, this Banshee actually had really clean headlights, but normally on every build, I'm changing the lens and the grill at like a minimum. That way it just looks super crispy. But on the bottom of this cart, I got like a stock exhaust system that I just threw on here because I didn't really know what I wanted to do once I got this build. And I started like putting a cart together for this build before I even went and purchased the Banshee. But I don't think I'm gonna be running a stock exhaust. I actually bought an Empire exhaust the other day, which I was thinking about using for this, but I almost wanna just use something different because I've been using the same shit. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be using exhaust-wise yet for this build, but whatever it is, it's gonna be sick. But it's definitely not gonna be the stock one. We'll use that on something else. Got a Mishimoto Rad, been running them on every single build. Banshees get hot, and the way that these people ride them over here on the East Coast, they're in low gear, just beating the shit out of the bike. So to keep it cool, I like to run the Mishimoto Rads. I've had nothing but, you know, success with those, and the oversized rad, more coolant, more flow, it's gonna save you. So that's just about everything that we got back. Like I said, this is all in a week's time span. So this is moving a lot faster than I thought it would. Right here is a friend of mine's Banshee, in which pretty much did everything that you're seeing right there, right here for him. So vapor honed the cases, his hubs, other parts that he already took home, a full tote of powder coated parts, bunch of zinc hardware, sprockets, hubs, every single bolt, everything looks just as clean as all my shit. Now this is a close homie, I normally don't do this. If you want to build done, we can do it, but it's gonna get done here. I don't care to take in little jobs for powder coating. I don't take in any little tuning work, none of that. I don't have time for that. I'm one person, we got plenty of our own builds. Why would I take away my time on shit that I think is dope to do some half-ass bullshit. Don't even bother wasting your time hitting us up on like, can you just powder coat my frame and then we'll put the same engine and the same other. I'm not doing none of that. We're going all out or we ain't doing it at all. That being said, what we're gonna do today, like I always say, get a head start on the build, start organizing stuff, start piecing things together, so that way once that chassis, once I find it, get it powder coated, get it back from powder coat, we slap everything together. Doing this really does speed up the process. I mean, you can do everything at once, but it definitely gets overwhelming as one person. It just becomes a mess, and I just try and keep things as organized as possible, even though it looks like an absolute mess right now. In just a couple of hours, once we start piecing everything together and all the wrappings are out of the picture, everything will clean up, come together. I'm still looking for a frame. If this video drops and we still don't have a frame by that time, please hit me up if you got an A-arm frame. No J-arms, no J-arm chassis, no crazy prices either, because some of you guys are out of your mind with the prices for these. I buy a whole fucking bike for just $500 more. I've mentioned this in many videos, but when we tear these things down, we tear them down completely. Even if we're not doing every little thing on camera, everything gets completely torn down. So even the suspension, rear suspension only, you can't rebuild the fronts. We got fresh coils here. Obviously this is not just for this build, but future builds, everything crispy. The clip on the bottom, the actual canister itself, all the little screws, every little thing. And then obviously the head will get vapor honed, so that stuff's getting done today. And then later today, when I'm done filming here, what I'll do is organize all the bolts. I just started organizing a couple little things because, like I said, we're gonna be selling some of the axles. Right here is like an OEM toolkit that I just had refinished, and this is the first time that I've done this. It's just cool to bring that stuff back to life. There's a lot of work to do here. It's somewhat organized, but as we do all the shit that we gotta do today, it's gonna clean up and things will come together. This is where it starts. The shit is expensive. If you want to do this on your own, get ready to spend a lot of money. A lot of money.
Born in the ghetto, it's hard to survive. Some have achieved and many brothers try, but I realize which life to choose. I wanna make money, so I gotta pay dues, but there's no rules and you only have one chance. If you fuck up, kid, you face the circumstance. At night, I used to scream and shout, living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out. So I would try as I watch my friends die, but all I could do is sit back and cry. These are feelings I'm expressing through my rhymes. I've been through hard times, so many problems on my mind.
That right there is your whole axle setup. Everything is OEM. All the hardware, the axle, sprocket hub, brake rotor hub, hubs, everything is OEM. It's very rare we use Chinese products. We definitely use some of them, a gas tank here and there, because we don't have, you know, an OEM one laying around. Whether or not we're using a WSM Tours Eliminator, a Vito's Tours Eliminator, or a Pro Design, chances are they're all made in China. Very, very few Chinese parts. I think that's all pretty much self-explanatory because you guys see on the cart like what is going into the Banshee. You see me open up all the boxes, but just to clarify, everything is OEM. So this OEM bumper bar was actually in fairly good condition. There's a couple of like little dings on the backside that you don't see. I bought a brand new one. If I don't end up running this, I'll just put it on something cheaper. I try and use like majority of the parts that I can, because then I can keep it at like a cheaper price point. And honestly, like I said, this one wasn't that bad. Most front bumpers, they just either go in the garbage or I'll throw them in like a bin of parts that I end up giving away or selling for like extremely cheap. The front of it ain't that bad. There's one little ding right there. You can see the couple little dings in the back. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna run it because of that one little.
Feared by bandits, hated by chicks, loved by kids, and never did a bit. Yes, the group on me thick, plus I don't eat beef. Cause these dizzy ass niggas and chicks think shit is sweet. Yo, I work hard and hard, my man breaks it down through the cards. After that, keep it moving. Have no time to be fooling around town. Ain't it hard to get down with this light sound? The things I say, now make a grown man dream and speak saying. By yourself, be by yourself.
On the axle and the steering knuckles, spindles, whatever you want to call it, load this shit up with grease. Earlier when you see me put the axle together, maybe I didn't put grease directly on the axle, but I loaded up the inside of the collar in which the axle slides into. And that's where the axle seizes. So make sure to load this shit up with plenty of grease.
I travel ghetto to ghetto, back streets to street. Think around all crime with the still mastermind. Mom through the youth to tell me with these tears in her eyes. Now I'm out on my own, surviving with the time like an African tribe. Little dapper blow your mind, check it out like this.
And then like that,
Superstar. What the fuck, y'all moving on up? Yes, the group on it thick, so all your punks hear this. So what the fuck, y'all moving on up? Yes, the group on it thick, so all your punks hear this. So what the fuck, y'all moving on up? Yes, the
giving hell to the devil. Playing the game, the New York pain makes me wanna bust, but I just maintain. Cause nowadays, I talk to a brother. Always love your mother, cause you never get another. In the streets, busting off shots. Fuck the cops, I got superstar props. Big time dough, money is a thriller. I'm getting more iller than a Zodiac killer. No lie, but before I say bye, you can't take money with you when you die.
So one thing that I didn't know for the longest time, until I found out the hard way, when replating all the internals of the throttle, is that these would never show back up. And the reason was they're aluminum, so in the acid they would literally disintegrate and I would just have the one piece back, which is steel. What I'm gonna do right now is vapor hone this, and you're gonna see how fucking clean it comes. This part that's steel, I'm gonna avoid hitting it, but if I hit it a little bit, whatever, it's not the end of the world. I'm just gonna lubricate the shit out of it with grease anyways, but you'll see how nice this comes out. Watch this.
Starting the Brooklyn and you all know that. I call you some for a reason. That means nothing can come between.
Just like that, the shit looking brand new. Makes the throttle look that much better when it's fully assembled.
Mom Dukes passed away when you was locked up, son. They had you suspended in time, so I kick rhymes. Niggas living off your fears and ideas to get paid. Brothers maintain your balance and protect your wealth. And these punk style niggas screaming out for help. And there's nothing in the world better than life itself.
Young fools break rules, my tools got me open. I'm smoking, leaving all the punk rappers broken. No joking, hoping for the best. East to west, I'm like a killer putting rappers in their rest. Cause there's no tricks when I let off clips. I leave bodies in ditches, play bitch niggas like bitches. Nutcracker doing hits by the dozen. When I make moves, I ride the train with my cousin. Nowhere near simple, my mental flex more complex than Mozart's instrumental. From my temple comes a bad sign, and if you're doing that, you're suspended in time.
The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt.
I think about my soul, cause this shell is just a frame only used for money, hustling and playing the game. I want my chance to live long, what, like Marvin Gaye, I may be dead and gone, but my word is be born. This is for my niggas and chicks who live in the gutter, we walk the streets of gold, diamond, pearls, and girls. And there's nothing better than this, cause we're in the new world, seeing people everywhere that I thought I saw before. Check it out, party people as we reign supreme. Yo, the group will manifest and got mad love for their team.
I know that it's tough coming up in the streets. You will be strong because you can't be weak. You gotta put your mind on achieve mode. Go for your goals, boom, boom. Explode, everybody's in the way, but they can't hold you back.
This is my first time doing this. I zinc plated the entire OEM toolkit, and I'm not gonna lie, this shit came out fucking amazing. These are notorious for the bags ripping and tons of dirt and grime getting in there. So normally these are like rusted to shit, and they look brand new again. So this Banshee will come with the OE toolkit. I made sure to take out the plastic part of the screwdriver. That way it wouldn't disintegrate. So there you have it. Just like that, the next person that wins it or buys it will come with a toolkit. We have majority of an electrical here that came off the Banshee that we took apart. The only thing was somebody tapped in with the harness. I'll probably end up just buying a brand new harness. One of the grills for the headlight I'm missing. I wanted to replace them with brand new ones, but I don't have that here, so I'm just gonna order that. This is how the headlights came out though. That was just with a little bit of spray away glass cleaner, and they look brand new. It's very rare to get a Banshee with good lenses. They're all normally like sun faded or the grill melted into the headlight lens, and I normally replace every single one with brand new lenses, but this one, they're so fucking crispy. We're gonna stop here for today. We'll catch up again first thing on Monday, where we'll probably finish, pre-assembling some stuff and then jump right into the motor build. I just need to get a crankshaft and set of cylinders, because I ended up using these cylinders on another motor. I just needed them in a pinch, so I had them board honed. That's no problem. I'll find a set of OEM ones. I think majority of this Banshee will be finished, ready to go by the middle of next week, and it might be done by the end of next week. We'll see how it goes. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, I'm definitely not rushing it. I've got other builds that need to get done, so all the electrical parts cleaned up really, really nice, which is always a plus. Now it's just a matter of do they work or not, which is always up in the air. We'll find out real soon once we get that motor built.